basically we were on quite a clean section of stage, but on some quite fresh tarmac. The grip felt okay when we came up to it. We braked quite okay for the corner as well, in fact, but just at the moment to turn in, and it decided it was going straight, and unfortunately there was nowhere to go. So tried to put it sideways to try and see if we could get away with just hitting the barn door, but there was some concrete steps and stuff there which took the wheel off and hit the radiator also, unfortunately.
Okay, well, in terms of what you've seen of the car, are we looking at coming back out for some power stage points?
Yeah, I think that should be fairly safe to assume we'll be back out tomorrow. The damage is reasonably small, let's say, for what these boys can manage, so I'm sure we'll be back out tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, another tricky day, similar to yesterday, tough conditions, and yeah, what to say, we couldn't expect such a turnaround in the early morning, but both Elfyn and Callum making mistakes, and us being very consistent throughout the whole day, gave us the lead on midday and even a bigger gap this evening. So I wouldn't say it's comfortable with 26 seconds because anything can happen, but we should be able to manage that gap tomorrow.
Yeah, of course it has been a big challenge today. Yeah, I cannot say much more. Big fight in the car, let's say, between myself, not to fight for the win and just trying to keep the car on the road, which was a big challenge today, but the plan worked well.
Yeah, you said at times it's always difficult in those situations, isn't it? When you're not in a rhythm and you're not in a fight, it's kind of difficult. So it was interesting to see you sort of step up the game again in that last stage.
Yeah, I just wanted to end the day with a bit better feeling, so tomorrow if we have dry weather I can hopefully enjoy the driving again a bit more, and let's see how it goes.
Yeah, we were quite surprised. I don't think we've ever heard you sort of criticise yourself, but it is such an instinctive thing in those situations, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, basically I guess body had a feeling that, needs to help, and obviously, before I could think about it, it was already done, so I didn't need too much.
Yeah, you've obviously lost a bit of time there to Sebastian. Still half a minute though in hand on that podium. You must feel confident for those last four tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully we can drive more on the slicks tomorrow. Like now, especially the middle stage when it was more dry, I felt quite okay in the car in the dry. So would be nice to have a bit of fun on this rally as well.
You'd already written off the chances of chasing down Tanak, but you have almost like halved the gap. It's still kind of keeping the pressure on a little bit for that final podium tomorrow.
I think, it looks like he had an issue in the last stage and lost a bit of time, but gap is still big. And again, 30 seconds on a guy like Hoyt is not something you can really catch on a normal fight. So at the end, the only thing you can do is try to enjoy up to the end of the rally, drive with a decent pace, and see. It might still be tricky tomorrow morning, so let's see.
Yeah, for sure it was a still challenging condition, more drying up for sure, but it makes more even difficult because of you need to go through the muddy section with slicks. So it was not easy, but engineers did a good job to giving me the better setup in the car, so felt good with the car, and I must say pretty good job by my gravel crews, especially last one.
Today been good. I feel that the rally was quite different compared to yesterday, so all the time I have to learn something new, but I think we did quite okay day.
Yeah, tricky afternoon. The conditions were really mixed. The first one was quite dry, and then the second one was a bit like a Monte Carlo feeling, and the third one was completely muddy, and we didn't have the inner light, so we could only see the corners, so quite tricky, but we're happy with the afternoon.
Pierre-Louis, after that difficult start yesterday, must feel good to fight your way back into the points, up to 8th after a good run this afternoon.
Yeah, it was a good comeback. This afternoon was very, very demanding. I think with the slick tyre, I don't know why I struggled much more than in the morning with the wet. So yeah, with our position, don't need to push because we are fighting for nothing. But it was good to be back on the point. It was a target. So yeah, let's do it tomorrow to finish on a good point.
Stage 4 right sharp, middle, into